right beneath our feet, a tiny seed performs its greatest miracle. No fanfare, no applause, no social media updates. In absolute darkness, it splits, stretches, and pushes through the soil with unstoppable determination. This seed doesn't make announcements about its goals. It doesn't broadcast its plans. It simply acts, transforms, and grows.
You are that seed. Your potential lies dormant, waiting to burst through the surface of your current reality. But here's what most people miss: the real magic, the true transformation, happens in those quiet moments when nobody's watching. While others are shouting about their dreams from rooftops, you're quietly laying your foundation.
Silent moves, these are the game changers. They're the extra hour you put in before sunrise, the skills you build while others sleep, the plans you perfect while others party, the books you read while others scroll mindlessly through their phones. These moves don't make noise, but they make impact. I've seen too many people mistake noise for progress. They confuse movement with achievement. But look at every major breakthrough in history. It was preceded by countless hours of silent, dedicated work. The loudest results often come from the quietest actions. Today, I'm challenging you to embrace the power of silent moves, because when you're busy declaring your success, you're not creating it. When you're busy talking about your dreams, you're not chasing them. Your actions, consistent, focused, and silent, will speak louder than any words ever could. Success loves silence. Look at the greatest champions in any field. They're not the ones constantly talking about what they're going to do. They're the ones silently putting in the work, day after day, hour after hour. They understand a fundamental truth: preparation in private leads to performance in public. Think about a master chef. Before you taste their incredible dish, they've spent countless hours perfecting their craft in empty kitchens. Before the restaurant opens, before the critics arrive, they're there testing, tasting, adjusting, and refining. Those quiet morning hours, those late night experiments, that's where excellence is born. The world is full of people who talk about their dreams. They share every small step on social media. They announce every plan before it even begins. But true achievers, they're too busy working to talk about working. They understand that energy spent talking about success is energy taken away from achieving it. Many look at successful people and call it luck. They see the final product but miss the process. They notice the spotlight but ignore the years spent in darkness. Behind every overnight success are thousands of hours of silent preparation. While others watched TV, they studied. While others slept, they practiced. While others complained, they created.
Your preparation time is never wasted time. Every skill you sharpen in silence, every book you read alone, every extra rep you do when no one's watching, they're all building something bigger than you can see right now. It's like building a skyscraper. Months are spent on the foundation, hidden underground, before anything visible appears above the surface. Remember this: those who are quietly preparing today will be the ones publicly succeeding tomorrow. Every champion was once just a dedicated student practicing alone. Every business success was once just an idea being refined in silence. Every breakthrough started with someone working quietly, consistently, away from the spotlight.
The beauty of silent preparation is that it gives you space to fail safely, learn deeply, and grow steadily. When you're not performing for an audience, you're free to experiment, to make mistakes, to try new approaches. This is where real innovation happens. This is where you find your unique edge.
Think about the greatest inventions in history. They weren't created in front of crowds. They were born in quiet labs, workshops, and garages. Thomas Edison didn't live stream his thousands of attempts to create the light bulb. He worked in focused silence until he had something worth showing. Starting today, fall in love with the process of preparation. Embrace those quiet moments when you're working on your craft. Learn to find joy in the silence of self-improvement. Let others talk while you work. Let them announce while you advance. Let them boast while you build.
Because here's the truth: the quality of your preparation determines the quality of your performance. The depth of your silent work determines the height of your public success. Your private victories precede your public victories. Every single time. Remember, the more significant the results you want, the more silent your preparation needs to be. Big dreams require quiet dedication. Massive success demands intense focus. And that kind of focus can only be found in moments of silence, in periods of undistracted preparation.
Every massive change starts inside you. Not in your circumstances, not in your environment, but in those quiet moments when you decide to become more. Success isn't something you chase, it's something you become in silence, through the choices you make when nobody's keeping score. The greatest battle you'll ever fight happens between your ears. It's that morning voice telling you to stay in bed. It's that doubt whispering you're not good enough. It's that fear suggesting you play it safe. But here's what champions know: they win these battles in silence, every single day, through small decisions that build an unstoppable mindset.
Your daily habits are silently shaping your future. Each time you choose discipline over distraction, you're building your success foundation. When you pick up that book instead of your phone, you're silently investing in your growth. When you keep going after everyone else has quit, you're silently strengthening your character. Nobody sees you fighting these internal battles. Nobody applauds when you make the right choice. Nobody knows about the temptations you overcome. But these invisible victories, they're changing you from the inside out. They're transforming you into someone who doesn't just want success but deserves it.
Character isn't built in the spotlight. It's forged in those private moments when you choose integrity over convenience. It's developed when you keep your promises to yourself. It's strengthened when you do what's right, even when no one would know if you didn't. These silent choices might seem small, but they're sculpting your destiny.
Most people want to change their lives, but they're waiting for some external event. They're waiting for permission, for perfect conditions, for someone to notice their potential. But real change, it starts with that silent decision to take control of your own growth. It begins the moment you decide to become the architect of your own destiny.
Think about who you're becoming, not just what you're achieving. Are your silent habits aligned with your loudest dreams? Are your private choices matching your public goals? Because who you are when no one's watching will ultimately determine who you become when everyone's looking.
Every day in silence, you're either feeding your potential or your excuses. You're either strengthening your dreams or your doubts. Through your internal choices, you're voting for the person you'll become. Make these votes count. Let each silent moment be an investment in your better self. This internal revolution is not about shouting your intentions to the world. It's about quietly proving them to yourself, day after day, choice after choice. It's about building such strong internal convictions that no external circumstance can shake them.
Remember, greatness isn't born in grand declarations. It's born in quiet moments of decision, in private battles won, in silent promises kept. Your internal revolution might be invisible to others, but its results will be impossible to ignore.
Being underestimated is a gift that only the wise understand how to use. While others announce their every move, strategic silence gives you the power of surprise. It's a truth known by every great achiever. Your silence can be your greatest strategic advantage.
When you work in silence, people can't steal your ideas before they're ready. They can't discourage you before you've built momentum. They can't limit you with their expectations. Your silence creates a shield around your dreams, protecting them while they grow from fragile ideas into unstoppable forces.
Listen more than you speak. This is where true power lies. While others are busy talking about what they know, silent observers are learning what others miss. They're picking up on patterns. They're noticing opportunities. They're seeing gaps that others are too busy talking to notice. In your silence, you become a student of success. Think about a chess master. They don't announce their strategy. They don't tell their opponent their next move. They observe, analyze, and act with precision. Your life, your goals, your dreams, treat them with the same strategic silence. Let your results speak louder than your words ever could. The most powerful moves in life are often made quietly. While others are creating noise, you're creating progress. While they're seeking attention, you're seeking improvement. While they're building a social media presence, you're building an actual presence in your field. Strategic silence isn't about being secretive, it's about being smart. It's about understanding that energy spent talking about your plans is energy taken away from executing them. It's about recognizing that every time you talk about your goals, you release some of the pressure that could have been used to achieve them. Focus requires silence. Real concentration needs space free from distractions, free from the need to constantly update others, free from the pressure to show progress before it's ready. In this silence, you can think deeply, work thoroughly, and build something truly remarkable. The greatest ideas need incubation time. They need space to develop, to be refined, to be tested and improved. When you share an idea too early, you risk killing it before it has a chance to grow. Your silence protects your ideas during their most vulnerable stages of development.
Consider this every time you feel the urge to announce your plans, channel that energy into executing them instead. Every time you want to talk about what you're going to do it instead. Let your actions build such momentum that when you finally break your silence, the world has no choice but to pay attention.
Strategic silence also gives you the space to fail safely and learn privately. When you're not performing for an audience, you're free to experiment, to make mistakes, to figure things out without the pressure of public judgment. This freedom to fail is essential for any significant achievement. Look at the most successful companies, the most impactful innovations. They weren't developed in public. They were refined in silence until they were too good to ignore. The iPhone wasn't announced until it was ready to revolutionize the world. Facebook wasn't promoted until it was already changing how people connect. Your strategic silence is your competitive advantage. While others are busy trying to look successful, you're busy becoming successful. While they're managing their image, you're managing your growth. While they're talking about their dreams, you're quietly turning yours into reality. In this age of constant noise and endless self-promotion, your strategic silence makes you stand out. It makes people curious. It makes them wonder. And when you finally reveal what you've been building, your results will speak so loudly that you won't need to say a word. Learn to be comfortable with people not knowing what you're capable of. Let them underestimate you. Let them overlook you. Because while they're busy looking elsewhere, you're busy building something that will force them to look your way. While others chase spotlights, true masters build their empire in the shadows. This is where real mastery happens, in those countless hours of practice when no one's watching. In those moments of focused learning when others are seeking shortcuts. Think about this. Every skill you master in silence becomes a weapon in your arsenal. Each page you read while others scroll through social media adds to your knowledge bank. Every connection you nurture quietly strengthens your network. These aren't just activities, they're investments in your future success. Skill mastery demands privacy. You need space to be bad before you can become good. You need room to make mistakes, to experiment, to fail without fear of judgment. The shadows provide this safety. They give you permission to be imperfect while you work toward perfection. Watch how champions train. They don't post every workout. They don't live stream every practice session. They put in their hours quietly, consistently, relentlessly. They understand that mastery isn't built on social media, it's built in solitude through thousands of repetitions that nobody sees. Your knowledge base grows in silence. Every book you read, every course you complete, every skill you practice, these quiet moments of learning compound over time. While others are showing off what little they know, you're silently becoming an expert. Your depth of knowledge becomes your foundation for innovation. Building relationships doesn't require announcements. The strongest networks are often built through quiet, meaningful interactions. It's about adding value before asking for anything in return. It's about supporting others' success without keeping score. These silent investments in relationships pay dividends for years to come. Resources gather through smart, silent moves. Financial wisdom isn't built through flashy displays, it's built through quiet, consistent decisions. Every dollar saved, every wise investment made, every opportunity seized without fanfare, these silent moves create the resources you'll need for bigger plays. In the shadows, you can experiment freely. You can try new approaches without fear of criticism. You can develop your unique style without pressure to conform. This freedom to explore is essential for developing something truly original, truly valuable. Remember this, the size of your shadow work determines the size of your spotlight success. The more you build in private, the more impressive your public emergence will be. Every hour invested in silent growth brings you closer to undeniable success. Your time in the shadows isn't just about building skills or gathering resources, it's about becoming someone who deserves success. It's about developing the character, the resilience, the wisdom that success demands. These qualities can't be rushed or faked, they must be forged in silence. While others seek validation through constant sharing, you're seeking growth through constant action. While they're managing their image, you're managing your development. Your focus isn't on looking successful, it's on becoming successful. Keep building in the shadows, keep working when no one's watching, keep growing when no one's noticing. Because one day your results will step into the light, and no one will be able to deny the power of your silent work. Nobody talks about the lonely moments in the pursuit of greatness, those nights when doubt creeps in, when fear whispers that you're wasting your time, when the path ahead seems impossibly long. But these silent struggles are where champions are truly made. Self-doubt will visit you. It's not a question of if, but when. In those quiet moments when you're alone with your thoughts, that voice might ask, are you good enough? Is this worth it? Should you just give up? This is normal. This is human. But here's what separates winners: they keep moving forward anyway. They turn their doubts into fuel. Critics will come. Some will be loud, but the most dangerous ones are the silent doubters, those who smile to your face but don't believe in your vision. Learn to let their silence strengthen you. Remember, every great achievement in history faced skeptics. Your job isn't to convince them, it's to prove them wrong through your results. The hardest part about working in silence is staying motivated without external validation. There won't always be someone there to cheer you on. There won't always be likes, comments, or applause. You must learn to be your own cheerleader. Your belief in your vision must be stronger than any need for outside approval. Patience becomes your greatest test. In a world of instant gratification, choosing to work silently toward long-term goals feels countercultural. While others chase quick wins and overnight success, you're building something sustainable. This requires a different kind of strength, the strength to keep believing, keep working, keep pushing forward when results aren't immediately visible. You'll face moments of isolation. While others are out socializing, you might be working on your craft. While they're relaxing, you're learning. While they're watching Netflix, you're building your future. These choices can feel lonely, but remember, you're not alone in your journey. Every successful person has walked this path of temporary isolation. Turn your struggles into strength. Each doubt you overcome makes you mentally tougher. Each criticism you push through makes you more resilient. Each lonely moment you endure makes you more independent. These struggles aren't obstacles, they're opportunities to build character. When motivation fades, and discipline must take over. This is why you build strong habits during your silent work. These habits carry you through the tough times. They keep you moving forward when emotions try to hold you back. Your habits become your backbone. Remember, this struggle doesn't mean you're doing it wrong. Often it means you're doing it right. Growth is uncomfortable. Change is challenging. Breaking old patterns brings resistance. Welcome these struggles as signs of progress. Your silent struggles are shaping you. They're testing your commitment. They're strengthening your resolve. They're preparing you for the level of success you seek. Because success isn't just about reaching a goal, it's about becoming someone who can handle that level of achievement. Every silent warrior faces these battles. But they understand something crucial: these struggles are temporary, but giving up is permanent. So they push through. They keep working. They maintain their silence not because it's easy, but because they know it's necessary for the transformation they seek. Let your struggles fuel your determination. Let your doubts drive you harder. Let your critics motivate you to prove them wrong. And most importantly, let your vision of what's possible be louder than any voice that says it isn't. There comes a turning point in every silent journey, a moment when your consistent, quiet efforts begin to create unstoppable momentum. It's like pushing a heavy boulder up a hill. At first, every step is a struggle. But once you reach the tipping point, that same boulder begins to roll forward on its own. This is where silent moves start creating loud results. Suddenly people notice, they ask, how did you do it? Where did this come from? They don't see the thousands of quiet moments that led to this point. They don't see the early mornings, the late nights, the countless hours of practice. They only see the results. The momentum phase is where your silent preparation meets opportunity. It's where all those skills you developed in private become visible achievements. Those books you read in silence become wisdom you share. Those connections you quietly built become doors that open. Those habits you silently formed become your obvious strengths. Watch how success compounds. Each achievement builds on the last. Each victory creates new opportunities. The knowledge you gathered silently now attracts more knowledge. The skills you mastered privately now attract recognition. The network you built quietly now expands exponentially. This is where people call you an overnight success. Let them. You know the truth. You know about the years of silent work that preceded this moment. You understand that what looks like luck to others is actually the result of consistent, focused effort. Momentum doesn't just happen in your achievements, it happens in your character too. The confidence you build through silent struggles becomes unshakable self-belief. The resilience you develop through private challenges becomes obvious strength. The wisdom you gain through quiet reflection becomes clear leadership. Here's the beautiful part: once momentum starts, it multiplies your efforts. What once took weeks now happens in days. What once seemed impossible now feels inevitable. Your silent foundation becomes a launch pad for bigger achievements. But remember this crucial truth: momentum must be maintained. Don't let success make you noisy. Don't let recognition distract you from your silent work. The same quiet dedication that got you here is what will take you further. Your results are now speaking for themselves. They're telling a story of dedication, of perseverance, of smart, strategic work. They're showing others what's possible when you choose focused silence over empty noise. This is where your example inspires others, not through your words, but through your visible results. People don't just hear about success, they see it. They see what's possible through consistent, focused, silent effort. The momentum phase isn't the end, it's a new beginning. It's proof that your approach works. It's confirmation that silent moves do create loud results. Use this validation to push even harder, to aim even higher, to continue your silent journey toward even bigger goals. Because here's what most people miss: momentum is a tool, not a destination. It's not about reaching a certain level and stopping. It's about using this force to reach heights you once thought impossible. And the best way to do that? Keep making those silent moves that got you here in the first place. Real success isn't just about what you achieve, it's about what you leave behind. It's about the impact that continues long after your silent work has spoken. This is where your quiet dedication transforms into a legacy that echoes through time. True impact happens when your success serves others, when your silent growth becomes a light that shows others the way. Not through preaching, but through living proof of what's possible. Your journey becomes a silent teacher, showing others that great achievements don't need constant announcements. Look at how your success creates ripples. Each person you inspire through your results goes on to inspire others. Each standard you quietly set becomes a new benchmark for excellence. Your silent dedication becomes a template that others can follow. Teaching others doesn't always require words. Sometimes the most powerful lessons come from example. When people see your results, see your character, see your work ethic, they learn what's possible. They learned that real success isn't about making noise, but about making progress. Your impact grows through your consistency. Every day you maintain your standards, you reinforce your legacy. Every time you choose silent work over empty talk, you strengthen your message. Every achievement built on quiet dedication adds to your lasting influence. This is about more than personal success. It's about creating value that outlasts you. It's about building something that continues to serve others even when you're not around. Your silent moves create structures that stand the test of time. Think about the people who will come after you. Your quiet excellence sets a path for them to follow. Your silent strength gives them permission to work quietly on their own dreams. Your results show them that they don't need to announce every step to make progress. Maintaining success requires the same silent dedication that built it. Don't let achievement make you complacent. Don't let recognition make you forget the power of quiet work. Keep building, keep growing, keep serving silently, consistently, excellently. Your legacy isn't built on what you say about yourself. It's built on what your results say about your character, your dedication, your values. Let your impact speak through the lives you've touched, the standards you've set, the examples you've shown. This is the ultimate power of silent moves. They create results that speak forever. Long after the noise has faded, your impact continues to echo through the lives you've influenced, the changes you've created, the improvements you've inspired. Starting right now, make a decision. A decision that will forever change your life's direction. Choose the power of silent moves over empty noise. Choose focused action over endless talk. Choose real progress over fake appearances. Today, commit to your silent revolution. Stop announcing your plans, start executing them. Stop seeking validation, start creating value. Stop waiting for recognition, start doing work worth recognizing. Take these steps immediately. Turn off the noise. Shut down social media. Close the tabs of distraction. Create your space of silent power. Pick one goal, your most important goal. Don't announce it. Don't share it. Just start working on it. Each morning before the world wakes up, put in 1 hour of focused work toward this goal. Keep a private record of your progress, not for sharing, for self-accountability. The time for waiting is over. The time for excuses is done. While others are talking about their dreams, you'll be quietly achieving yours. While they're seeking shortcuts, you'll be mastering your craft in silence. Your future is being written right now in this moment by the decisions you make. Choose to be a silent achiever. Choose to be someone who lets their results do the talking. Choose to be the person who works so effectively in silence that their success becomes impossible to ignore. Remember, every giant oak tree started as a seed that grew in silence. Every great achievement began with silent, consistent action. Your silent moves today are creating your loud results tomorrow. The world doesn't need to hear about your potential. It needs to see your results. It doesn't need your announcements. It needs your achievements. Start now. Start quietly. Start powerfully. Because one day, maybe sooner than you think, your results will speak so loudly that everyone will wonder how they didn't see you coming. The choice is yours. The time is now. Let your silence create your success.